Good morning. It is Tuesday, the 30th day of May 2017. My name is Derek and welcome. Let's take a look today at Litecoin. This first chart is a cross with the US dollar. I quickly put this up on a spreadsheet with data from cryptocompare.com and a log chart which spans back over 1,300 days, well, November 2013. Within this chart, an obvious downtrend was mainly the first move after it got going. It got going from $3 up to like 80, 75, and then boom, down she goes. You go from 75 to a buck and change. Just let that sink in, the wild movements that just occurred. Then after this trend was over and a break of the trend line was in play, breaking out a little over $1, it shoots up about 5 times. And then for over 2 years in this sideways consolidation, just recently this year, Coinbase adding Litecoin to its third cryptocurrency that you can store with Bitcoin and Ethereum as well. And the prices and volume shot right up. So $5 up to 35, a 7x gain relatively fast. Expect this to possibly even get more wild. And I'm not joking around when I say that. I'm going to talk about those things at the end of the analysis. So let's move on further to the Bitcoin cross. Let's take a look at it on the daily chart. This is from Bittrex. We also have an 18 front weighted average of highs and lows. This gives us the average band. I like to use this for correctionary moves, for helping determine stages of the market and the story of such. So in recent times with the newly declining average, we can see in here that it has resisted this band and is now coming back to what is a pretty big Fibonacci point from the 320 breakout lows and the 2200 highs in at 1053 on the Satoshi number. Interesting. 2 support tests thus far. More likely you test it, the more likely it is that you take it out. I think for any type of bullish conviction, you want to see trend lines. Maybe in this one, breaks of such. If you see this thing holding, staying above around the 14 area, then that might be signs it could be ready to go. But if this level doesn't hold, you can expect it to have a decent size move. The next Fibonacci mark is at 668, and then you got this previous area closer, a little higher than that. But you know what? I can use Fibonacci from the weekly chart. Notice the volume before I switch over in here. Volume is nothing, and then it is picked up, and everything has been continually been trading on high volume. Let's take a look at this on the weekly chart. There's the volume. There's not the volume in here as much. Okay, so the story of the market is changing. The volume is sustaining itself. And when we're using Fibonacci retracement from this high and this low instead, then you had an up move before in 2015 from this area, go all the way up here, and then all the way down. Let's see, we got the first mark in at 745, which of course not much resistance. 1308 on the upside. Yeah, not much again. 1852, yeah, that one hit as what pretty well. But overall, for the selling of 2015 and 2016 into 2017 to be a fake one, then if it can hold and stay above, well, where it's not holding now, this area in here, then that would be a very, very strong sentiment. Okay, it's below it now, so that's not good. Well, it can take time and move in here, but if you start to see price action staying and holding above here for a decent amount of time, then maybe this thing is ready to get going. However, the web bot is stating that it probably might get going, but it's going to end up not being so great. Within the most recent WebBot report, and I don't want to give out too much data, but when it reads something like this, I practically feel I have no choice. But it is projected that it is indicated to have price jumps and falls that will create paupers and millionaires all in moments. And this is a situation that will stabilize, but over the summer of this year, there will be people crying over the losses in which they are going to endure. So if I'm reading that correctly, this thing, which is stated to not trade anywhere near normal, it wouldn't surprise me if just maybe this thing breaks resistance and maybe tests this upside target of 0.14163 or around 15% of the price of Bitcoin, which would be a massive gain. Breaking just where we are now at 113, that would be a gain of over 10x. That wouldn't surprise me, and then it wouldn't surprise me later on if it just crashes so hard. Now, as far as it being the point where people are crying over heavy losses, if this thing does shoot up like that, has those amazing up moves, because there's only way millionaires would be made on this and a summer of people crying is if it goes up first and then down harder later. So that's the only thing in which I can make sense of it. So then I will be concluding the video, and if you're interested in the cryptocurrency data information, a very valuable tool, go to halfpasthuman.com and you can read, or you can see the information on how you can get different reports if you are interested in such. Take care and have yourself a great day. Bye-bye.